NUFC Talk TV live with a match reaction. Newcastle United beating. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. I bet. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Newcastle United beating like a drum. Beating like a drum. Giving Manchester United a beating as they deserve. They were rubbish today, man. They were just absolute rubbish. But that's not a Newcastle United's business. There's only one United, baby. There's only one United. And it was proven at the theater of nightmares as we're looking at the players walk off as if nothing happened. Look at that. There's not a sweat on any. These players just went for a casual date, man, and just got the result. Could have been 4-0, could have been 5-0. I mean, Connor was telling us that he believes that Newcastle shouldn't have been defending the 2-0. I don't believe that Newcastle was defending the result at all. I just felt like the game was over. I mean, nobody thought that Manchester United was going to score one goal. I mean, it wasn't. You couldn't feel it. Newcastle had to control the whole game, and it certainly could have been more goals. I mean, so we did miss a couple sitters, but man, what an unbelievable game! What an unbelievable game! And now it proves my point. I was going to wait until today to say it because I knew we were going to win. But I said it last week. The tune is back. Newcastle are back, and now I can confirm that. And I think everybody's going to be in agreement. Now we're back in the fight. That's what I'm talking about. Not guaranteeing anything, but Newcastle United back in the fight for Europe, maybe for a cup. Who knows? We're gonna play Arsenal not too long ago, and we're gonna have to see how it goes. But I think that this team can beat anybody in the League Cup, whatever. We got the mighty win. We got Gary in the building. Mighty win. What do you think? What do you think about tonight's performance? It almost felt like effortless, didn't it?
I think Connor had a bit of a point. Second half, as you say, I don't think we deliberately went out just to defend the lead. But the first half performance and second half performance were chalk and cheese. In terms of, our creativity, output, chances created. But that was, by and large, I think, due down to the fact that Man United were awful. And credit to Amarim, the changes he made definitely worked because it was a much tighter game second half than first half, and the more changes he made, the better they became. We ended up a couple of scary moments, which we didn't really have in the first half at all. But nonetheless, 2-0 Old Trafford. Hallelujah.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, the whole thing
That's
just
four
seemed like an
wins.
effortless.
4 wins on the bounce. That's 8 games, eight goals in 6 games for Isaac. This is reminiscent, as I said, early doors of when we went on our previous longest winning streak in the Prem, which was 6 games. And that was when Cisse was scoring every game. And we've got a similar pattern emerging here. 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal, 2 goal, 5. Because the bottom line is, if you score, you've obviously got more chance of winning the game than if you don't score. So if Isaac can get a goal every game, as he's doing now, and his overall game today, by the way, was probably the best I've seen him play.
Well,
and
yeah.
What?
I can say that this is our best game all season, because of everything because of the performance, but everything else building up to it. I think a loss today would have been okay. Newcastle's back to the old Newcastle. They win against these weak teams, relegation type teams, and people will still have doubts. And you're not going to please everybody, to be fair. But then
you start becoming Aston Villa a relegation team.
Then yeah, you're right. But I'm saying the ones before that. You know what I mean? So you're right. You're right.
So Aston Villa turned that corner, but Aston Villa turned that.
Yeah, but then you had to do it again. You had to do it again in a
Well,
stadium that you never haven't won in the last 30 years in the Premier League.
Well, we did it against Aston Villa, but that was at home, and now we've done it away from home against. But again, you're saying big team. Well, yeah, obviously they are a big team in global football terms, but right now, that the bottom half of the league.
Yeah, yeah.
So they would still class them as a big team.
Well, they are a big team. That's not going to change unless they lose for the next 100 years. You know what I mean? But you can say that Newcastle United are becoming. I think that we're a big team. Not every big is the same big, but we're a big team. I think that we can become bigger by wins like this.
The
Here's the thing.
difference is in the bigness.
Here's the thing. A win like this will, as much as we hate it, will put everybody will start looking at this now, looking at Newcastle, say, well, okay, that team is serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tottenham, they're gonna be scared shitless of Newcastle to come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I think teams are taking notice. Gary, what is your overall assessment on the game, mate?
Exactly what I said at the start of when we were doing the build-up. It was Newcastle are playing differently, and Newcastle are playing with confidence. They're playing with. I'm not saying they don't play with pace, but they have a reason to get into the ball into the areas that they want to. And like I said, they go early to control the game. Once they've got the goal, and I keep saying goals change games, it makes the opposition do something. And then when the second goal comes, it's a case of we haven't got to chase anymore. It's about controlling the game within what's in front of us. They have to make changes, hence they did. They had so many players up top at one end. It was, again, unless the ball gets to you, which it never will do with the formation that Newcastle play, because they block the channels. The only way the ball gets to you is if you go over the top. And again, if you look at the chances that United had, even when they went with 5 players up top, how many chances, clear-cut chances, did they create? Not one. And it's all about the formation. It's all about what Eddie Howe's tried to do with the lads. For me, I totally agree with what you said, Chris. It wasn't about going and chasing the game because there's no need. If the ball goes on a break and you get a chance to break away, then go hunt for that the third goal. We should have had 3 and 4 goals in the first half anyway when we were on top. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Win. You don't have to keep going and winning both halves. You just need to win the 90. And I think that to me shows the difference in quality now in the mentality between the teams. I don't think there's a single player, and I've just been, while you guys were talking, just listening to the pundits, and they're all saying out of the Manchester United squad, there's probably 4 players that they would keep. And I think that's the difference between the two Uniteds, if you like, at the minute. We've got a squad of players that we want to keep hold of. Yes, there's a couple that need replacing, but the change in mentality between fans and, pundits has been phenomenal. And that's, you've got to give praise where credit's due. Eddie Howe's done an amazing time turning them round. The lads have proved exactly what we were saying. They just need the balance and find a formation that suits. They've done that. Every team that's come towards us now look as if they're going to lose. And I think, Man City, yes, we got draws. Liverpool, another one of our bogey sides, come to us, made it very difficult. Yes, we did concede 3 goals, but, against these big teams, you are going to have a chance of conceding. United today never looked like scoring 1, never mind 2. So why chase the game?
Man United.
By the way, we're playing good.
The other.
But the tree cannot hide the forest. That's one more for you, Mighty One. The tree cannot hide the forest because we still need a few things as a place to come in. Boki and Roy sitting in the darkness.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hello. Hey. Hello. Roy, can you hear us?
Greetings.
Arit?
Arit?
What's up, man?
Why are you, man? I don't know what's happened. I can't see anyone, but I can hear you.
That's okay. We can
Oh,
see
we can
you.
see you.
Well, we can see you,
That was
unfortunately.
absolutely fucking brilliant, man. Fucking hell. So I've never been so relaxed in my life watching us playing against Man U.
I agree, man.
We can play for another 10 hours and they still won't score. Absolutely brilliant, man. I tell you what a big difference has Tonali done to that team. Unbelievable, man. The guy is like a warrior. Tank.
Yeah, he's stunning.
Guy. And then Gordon on the left. Say what, even Murphy, man. The whole team. Say what, Dubravka. Dubravka's like the unsung hero in the last 4 games, or 5 games.
4 clean sheets now.
Yeah, 4 clean sheets. And actually, the defense looks better when he's there. For some reason, I don't know what he talks to them or something. I'm not sure. I have no idea, but they look better when he's there. Forget the saves and shots and stuff. It's just the team looks better. The back 4 look much better when he's there. So
No, I agree.
I'm hoping when Pope is fit, he doesn't come back straight into the team.
Well, that's the problem.
It's not fair on a lad like.
That's the question. But I think
When was the last time I had 4 clean sheets in a row?
Well, I mean, but that has more to do as well with the
I'm
defense.
48 and I can't remember.
We've got Ronald Turnbull in the chat. Ronald, we didn't get a prediction from you, mate.
Well, I mean, there's no good at bringing the prediction
I get a point for the 2. I said 2-1.
Yeah. What you do? Yeah, you do. You get 3.
Happy days. Let's go and get those Spurs bastards next month. Saturday.
Yeah, let's get those birds.
Yeah. That's the next one.
Boki in Newcastle. Boki, you there?
Is it me or is Chris frozen?
Oh, no, I'm here, man.
No.
No, yeah, good.
It's
you. Boki, do you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you perfectly, Boki. Boki, all the way from Newcastle upon Tyne. You've been a Geordie out, mate. Now are you you're a Geordie in? Geordie in. Eddie in.
I'm going to eat humble pie and say I think he deserves at least to the end of the season.
There we go. That's it. That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
He's not tweaked the team. He's changed the team. It's not like we were when we were in that brilliant season getting into the Champions League where we were pressing teams and having to run after teams. We're now at the stage where we control games and we control where our players are. So our players don't have to just run after the ball all the time. They can, after the day when we scored the 2 goals, they can now sit back and just think, right, we manage this game.
Indeed.
Yeah, so, he made the right moves. That's the thing, he stopped making those stubborn moves.
No,
as much as
he made the moves when he thought that the time was right to make the moves.
Yeah, but the time was right before, and we were losing and playing horrible. And now,
and
when he put them on,
like exactly what I thought he should have done.
Yeah. I think
the 2 wingers were knackered by the end of the game.
The wingers are always going to have to be changed because they do so much running. Both sides.
It almost feels like that, yeah.
So that's why you need 2 wingers. That's why I need two wingers. Sorry, 2 players to play the wings either side, because they're always going to have to be subbed, just because of how much running Eddie's got them doing. But apart from that, the rest of the midfield just control things now. Joe Linton, Bruno, Tonali's just he's a masterclass. Tonali. I mean,
it's unbelievable how he can think the game.
Imagine if Tonali wasn't playing and we had Longstaff.
Well, Mighty win be going up and down, man.
Mate, that West Ham game that we lost and the Brighton game and all those games that he decided I'm going to start with Longstaff.
Yeah.
Oh, and you had those stats people said, we've never lost a game when Longstaff started.
Thank you, Michael McIntyre.
Even though some of them we were getting beat and we got subbed off, we won.
Hold on, thank you, Michael McIntyre. Says I told
future Tonali is our first pick in that team now.
Yeah, I told First United well done. So thank you, Michael McIntyre, for the super chat.
And all the other ones that said, the invisible work.
Right.
The invisible work that Longstaff used to do. The average football fan, the common football fan can't see what Longstaff does.
Roy, the twat of Qatar.
See, now what he used to do. He used to do now.
Roy, fucking hell, man.
I tell you what,
Be quiet.
I tell you what, if I was Man City, or I tell you what, if I was Real Madrid or Man City or Barcelona or any, they would be looking at Tonali, not even Isaac. That's the one they'll be looking at.
Yeah, you're right about that, but you
He's
also
a tank, man. It's like
you're also right.
he
You need to
plays
shut the
with
hell up,
with
though.
a tuxedo on, man. He's got a tuxedo on. It's like James Bond on the pitch.
I do agree. He's John Wick,
tuxedo.
man. John Wick.
Shaking,
Mr.
not
Wick.
dead. The only thing
Hey,
that's
Roy!
shaking is the other fucking
Shut
midfield,
up,
the
man.
other
I'm
team,
trying
man.
to.
He can't
Roy.
hear you.
He probably cannot hear us. I don't know why.
Legend, man. What a legend.
We're gonna. I can't unmute him now, so he's got to do it himself. He's gonna keep talking to himself there. But Boki, what part of Newcastle you live at, man?
I live Blythe.
Oh, you from
he's from Blythe.
You're Dan Burn.
No, I'm not from Blythe. I'm actually from Wallsend. Got to see it.
He's from Blythe.
So yeah, so your idol's Dan Burn, man.
No, I'm saying I'm actually from Wallsend. So,
I know. So,
but
Wallsend.
Wallsend. Second Dunham. But no, Dan Burn's a big fella around here, as he is everywhere.
Well, because he's 6'7", so I mean, but no, I think it was overall great performance. Roy, you're gonna have to reboot, reboot, man, because you reboot unless you can. Yeah, there we go. He's coming back. By the way, folks, the link is in the chat. Join us, have a conversation with us. You're a Newcastle fan, so have a conversation. Have have your say, have your opinion on the show. Very important. By the way, if I had to pick weak players today, Murphy looked good a few times, but man, he's still not enough though. Fabian Schär had a few mistakes, man. They're shocking. Roy, you there? You're muted. Hit your mute button.
I think the big problem is who comes in for Schär against Tottenham.
Yeah, again.
Well,
we've got the same issue as before, haven't we?
Well, it's gonna have to be.
There you go. I can see you now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Yeah, it's
okay,
working.
Good.
I just had to refresh the thing.
Now, very important
what
though.
A game, man.
We heard you. Don't repeat all that, man, because we take the whole show. But
yeah.
The Tottenham thing though, no Schär, but Botman. When is Botman? Able to play? And if he isn't, I think he would put Kelly.
It's going to be a bit risky. I think it's going to be Kelly.
It's got to be Kelly coming in, but
yeah, I think it's going to be Kelly.
Yeah.
Not to be that brilliant, has he?
Some interesting stats.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
From here, look, who do you think had the most shots in the game?
To be honest, it was all
Joelinton.
It was all divided, in my opinion.
I think Joelinton did. No.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall did have a few.
Oh yeah. He had few. I think he had 3, didn't he?
Yeah, Lewis Hall had 3 shots. He was the most shots on goal. So the most touches was Bruno in 92. The final third passes was 25 from Bruno again. Most passes, the only one that Man United actually get on the top 7 was Martinez with the most passes, with 74, and they took him off. It's incredible. Most chances created, Anthony Gordon with 3. Most interceptions, Kieran Trippier with 3. And the most fouls, Fabian Schär.
Yeah.
Well, one of those. To be honest, I can remember. Well, this one in the midfield, and the other one that he had another one in the midfield not too long ago. Numpty fouls, man. You cannot foul like that in the midfield when there's no danger, no nothing. You've got to keep a cool head. And now look at that. He's get to miss a big game, to be honest, because Tottenham. I'm not one of those fans that's extending some of these. Some negative fans are extending the timeline for Eddie. Well, we have to see now for Man U. Well, now they're saying we're going to have to think for Tottenham. So they're kind of extending their time. You can't do that. You gotta be transparent. And although, like I said, I don't agree with those fans, I think Tottenham is still a very important game to keep doing it. So, but he's going to miss that Fabian Schär. Welcome, Brent. How's it going, mate?
All right. Very
All good?
Yeah,
So, how do you feel about this performance, man?
it was great. I agree with what Win was saying. I think the second half we did drop off a little bit, but you have to think, we played a lot of games in a short amount of time. So that's something to come into consideration. And actually, the real question is not to kind of look too far ahead, but how should we line up against Tottenham when Arsenal's right after that in the
Yeah.
cup? We probably need to rotate a little bit. And Shar is going to miss both those games. He's going to miss Arsenal and Tottenham.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's out of the first game against Arsenal.
Wayne, you're muted, man.
Why does he miss Arsenal?
Because he got a card. I think Shar and Bruno are both going to miss that game. In the cup.
Oh, man.
I think
that's
it's only
not
a
good.
1 match suspension.
Well, I mean, but wouldn't it be for?
So
I mean,
he accumulated too many yellows in the cup, and then he just accumulated too many yellows in the Premier League. So he's going to miss.
No,
Tottenham
that was their
Arsenal.
Longstaff missed.
no.
Brentford.
Yeah, he missed the game, but I mean, Shar also. I think I remember. I think I'm with Brent. I do remember
Shar's
that.
going to miss. As far as from what I
We'll
remember,
play
he's going to miss Arsenal game too because he picked up a yellow. What was that against Brentford?
Yeah, Fabian Schär did pick up a yellow against Brentford. So did Bruno and Tino that game. So I'm looking at it right now. So that could be very well true. Interesting.
Chance for Kelly to come in and earn his 150 grand a week that you keep on whinging about.
Yeah. Well, look at that.
Well,
look
he
at
better.
that. Now he has to come on and earn his spot. Yeah.
I mean, he better.
Yeah.
His last couple of performances were not very good. So
I thought these last two were okay.
Yeah. But to be fair, I do agree with Kim here saying Spurs is weaker than Man U now. I don't know they're weaker,
No.
but they're weak.
But
they're wide open though. They can score goals though. That's the difference. Manure, they can't score.
That's how we call
Tottenham
it here.
can score. Tottenham can put goals in the back of the net. So they're both weak defensively. And actually, I think Manure are a little bit better. But so yeah, we can't let Tottenham put too many goals up on us. But I mean, we've looked great. Bunch of clean sheets here.
Yeah. Certainly. Did Man City? Did everybody play today or what? Or is it tomorrow? There are games tomorrow.
I think Liverpool plays tomorrow.
Just trying to see. I'm looking at the table, trying to see. What's. If we're staying fifth or what's happening. I don't know if Man City. They just won a game. I think they.
No, we're all at 19
Yeah,
points
we're
now.
fifth. We're fifth for sure.
19 games. Sorry, yeah. Well, Brentford is 18 and Everton. So whatever they do, I guess Brentford's got 24 points. They don't catch us anyway. So, yeah. No, well, Arsenal 18 games. So Arsenal play tomorrow.
Yeah, Arsenal and Brentford, I think, play.
Arsenal and Brentford on the first.
So hopefully Brentford win then.
We're solidified in fifth. So.
And to be honest, I mean, you couldn't ask, at the beginning of the season, we're going to be fifth by halfway through the season. I think most people would say that's decent for what's to come next. And it's very open. Chelsea now losing. That's great. 3 points within reach. When do we play Chelsea? By the way, that'll be good to know.
We owe them one.
And then we're gonna have to play Arsenal, of course, in the league at some point. But Boki, is you in the tune, man? Is Eddie starting to turn some of the naysayers around?
I would say so. I think he's the only thing about Eddie is he's so down to earth that he's a little bit too much down. You don't see the passion a lot. You've seen it at Chelsea when he fist pumped it after the season and things, but I think a little bit more passion out of him would be a little bit more.
I'm quite happy with Eddie being Eddie. Just getting on with the job.
Yeah,
Win, can I ask you a question? Do you think Lewis Hall's a little bit like John Beresford?
Yeah.
I think he's better than John Beresford, and I love Johnny B.
But I'm just thinking that better at
Style of
attacking
football.
than
How can
defending.
this man say that, bro? I swear to God.
Yeah, but he's a good defender as well. I mean, if you look at his defensive stats for the season, he's up there with the best of them. You know, in terms of interceptions and clearances.
Last
and tackles.
week, you were saying that you were excusing Dan Burn because he made mistakes as a left back, and because Hall makes mistakes as well as a left back. He gets skinned by the proper right wings all the time. You said that last week, and now you're saying he's great defensively.
What did
Man,
I
you
say?
flip flop
What
more
about
than a
no?
damn.
I've been consistent. What I said with them both. The best fullbacks in the world will get skinned during a game by the best wingers in the world.
So now you're
on
saying
occasion.
that. So Dan Burn is one of the best wing back in the world. One of the best wing backs.
When Dan Burn played at left back for the
don't do it, old man. Don't do it.
full season, was the
Don't
best
do
defense
it.
in the league.
Did you say what I asked you, man? Do you believe Dan Burn was at one point in his career one of the best wing backs in the world? Yes or no?
He wasn't playing wing back. He was playing left back.
Okay, so was Dan Burn one of the best left backs in the world at any point in time in his career?
Well, I don't think Lewis Hall is.
I'm talking about Dan Burn. Don't move around, man. I'm asking you about Dan Burn.
No, Dan Burn wasn't. But neither is Lewis Hall. So what's your point?
Lewis Hall is much better left back.
Lewis Hall might go on to become
right now. But you just say he's much better than Beresford. How can you say that?
Well, what? And then you brought Dan Burn into the conversation.
Yeah, but you're all over the place, old man. You're all over the place, man. Oh my God, you know what you are? You're a Dan Burn guarding Saka right now. Your legs are all tied up together at this point, man.
My legs are
You know, when you
tied up.
sometimes
Dan Burn isn't playing left back. We've got a better left back playing left. Well, a better left wing back certainly playing.
Well, I'm glad you said that. By the way, I'm glad you said that. Fuck me, man. Anyways, Brent, did we cut you off,
Botman
man?
gets his place back. That's another question altogether.
What a joke of a man this dude is, man. I swear to God.
Hey, Burn has been really good, though. I definitely can't argue with that. He's been solid at the back.
Solid as a rock, baby.
I do like Botman a lot.
Because we're solid. Solid as a rock, baby. I'll get to that.
Quack.
Yeah, Lewis Hall's been outstanding. There's no doubt about that. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
As Victor
Lewis Hall right now is miles ahead the left back that Dan Burn could ever be.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I mean, it's miles ahead. Dan Burn could never be as good, half of as good of a left back that.
Why do you want to be negative all of a sudden?
I don't, but when people bring up these things like you do, that all of a sudden Burn is the greatest thing since Coca-Cola was invented. I mean, it's don't know, man. Stop.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Dan Burn is a good little player. He does what he's supposed to do. That's it. Move on, man.
How about J7?
It's you that needs to move
Hey,
on.
J7, unbelievable today, man. J7.
Yeah, 2 games in a row. He was awesome against Villa. I feel like he was awesome today.
I argued against when I was doing Premier League content against Man U fans about Martinez. Because I would say he's not a center back. He never was. That's something that they invented in Man United. And today, he tried to go in an aerial game against Joe Linton, who is built more of a center back than Martinez will ever be, and he just got flipped on his ass, and he scored. So that just tells you a bit of those. They're not. That team is not set up right, but I mean, Joe Linton is unbelievable. He's been playing great. And as far as I'm concerned, that midfield has no open spots for anybody else, unless you change, obviously, formation. But even then, I think it is the way it is. I mean, Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno are having a ball with everybody. I'm telling you, every time we have a player by player, we have the best. We usually beat teams in the midfield. Which is much more than we could have ever said 20 years ago, or well, not 20 years ago, but I don't know before the takeover. So thank you to Michael McIntyre, paying the bell for this old wanker man. Here we go. Well, I mean, I think it was a great performance tonight. I don't know if you guys want to say anything else about it. To be honest, I mean,
I'm going to look forward to watching that first half again.
Well, it was
the first
unbelievable.
30
You-
It was
minutes.
unbelievable. Yep.
First 30
Going
minutes.
to
we
Old
made them-
Trafford and just taking their pants down.
Yeah, yeah. I
Took
really
the-
wish
took
we
the-
could
I
have
would
put
I would
another
have
one
liked
in.
us to keep their foot on the throat a bit more, but
Maybe.
comfortable.
Right. Shout out to Andrew for his 8th month as a member.
Yeah.
Hope your ribs are feeling fine. He broke a couple of ribs, man, Andrew Bell.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Totally
Give up, man.
uncomfortable.
Father Time is undefeated, man. Father Time is undefeated. Let it be, whatever you were doing. Roy, having a tab, nothing else. I mean, you just, we beat Man U, man.
My lighter ran out of fuel, so I've got on my fingers. Oh man, just like Man U's manager has run out of ideas.
And he just got there, by the way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wholesale
ass, man.
change that squad.
I'll tell you what,
for him.
we've I think we
The
know
problem
our
is they
first
can't afford to.
11.
No.
No, but here's the thing, though, man. I don't think there's many other players that I would like on my team. I mean,
I
as
like
much
I
as
like
actually,
Diallo's okay.
Yeah, Diallo's
you
solid.
can say that.
I like Diallo.
Mazraoui as well, the right back is okay, and even I know
didn't he
everyone
get substituted earlier?
No, he stayed. No, they stayed on. I know
Who's the one that got
everyone hates
substituted?
him. No, it was
Casemiro went off.
Casemiro.
No. In the first half,
No, that was
the
Xerxes.
SpongeBob guy.
Yeah.
Xerxes.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
You know, it's funny.
No,
Xerxes
side
and
show
Rashford
Bob.
are like best friends.
Yeah.
Seems like
With the hair.
you could tell with the attitude.
Well, he needed it anyway. They try to compact the midfield. Zakri, whatever his name is.
Xerxes.
Xerxes. That's the one that came. He wasn't happy, man. He got his jacket and went back to his house.
Well, I tell you who else wasn't happy. Trips.
Trips wasn't that happy. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Trips was not happy, but I wonder what
Trips
happened
was
there.
Solid though. Trips was good tonight.
I thought Trips had a good game, and
Yeah,
playing
I
against
think
his boyhood team. That's he's a Man U fan, man. Trippier.
He looked like he got
he
in
did.
I don't know why he didn't want to come off.
Well, I mean, maybe he didn't. Maybe he just felt something, and then
I think
they took him.
I think he went down. I think he went down on purpose to save Shaw.
I think it was
because Shaw got himself stuck in the corner, and then Trippier went down. Shaw just kicked the ball out, and then they threw the ball back to us, and then Trippier got up like there's nothing wrong with him.
Oh, well, that was clever play.
Yeah, it was a good one, that one.
And he couldn't very well turn around to Eddie on the bench. I just went down again.
Yeah, he did call on the physio because he was holding the back of his leg. I'm just wondering whether he cramped up a little bit and he went down. And obviously you could see Eddie Howe on the sideline asking the physio whether he needs subbing. So they prepped Tino to come on, thinking that he's going to have to. And then you could see as soon as he was like, no, I'm going back on. And when he come back on, it was like a case of, I want to start. I want to continue playing. But I don't think it's worth the risk when we coming up to, we've got a number of, like if Brant's correct, and we've got a couple of players suspended. The more we can keep the squad together now, and it's going to take experience. If you've got an inexperienced right centre back within your reach, if you've got somebody there that can just talk you through a game, makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, I think Tottenham, and then only 3 days later we play the cup game. So,
do you think that could be the last game of
Eddie's dilemma now?
Yeah, potentially.
What's he going to put with Spurs?
The last game. That's interesting what Book is saying. Could that be the last game that we see Trippier as a Newcastle player?
Well, is that why he was upset? It could have been. There could have already been an agreement of some description. Yeah.
But I just don't know. I'm lost when it comes to Trippier. I don't know if he's leaving or staying. I don't. Because
how fast Kraft? How fast Kraft though?
Should come. Well, everybody should be coming back mid-January, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's when they should be available. But I mean,
it's minimum of 6 to 8 weeks for a collarbone if he's had the what I believe he's had. I'm not sure what type of connection he's had back with screwed or what, but it's usually 8 weeks. But then you've got at least 2 games potentially behind the scenes to get yourself back up to match speed.
I just feel like
would you risk him? I mean, I wouldn't risk Kraft
yeah,
coming straight back
No.
from injury.
no.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just feel like Trippier. If there's one player, I mean, all these young guys, they're just they're young. They're playing. They want to win. They're young. They got a lot of career, and they're great players anyway. I'm talking about Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton, Isak, and all that. If you almost feel like they're going to win trophies, but I feel like Trippier, I would like to see him win a trophy for Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
I just
Equality.
really would, because I don't think he'll get a chance to do that, and I don't think he has had a chance to do that many times in his career. To be fair, playing at Tottenham, another boring team, and then went to Atletico Madrid. As much as they are in the talk of Madrid, they don't win rubbish. They don't win nothing, man. They win a Copa del Rey every 20 years. They get to the finals, they celebrate, they get tatted, and all that, and they don't win anything really.
Yeah,
So
very up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, for me, I feel really sorry for Amrim coming into that though.
Yeah.
He didn't want to move until the summer, and they forced the issue by paying, obviously, the rest of his contracts out.
And he was having a good season at.
Well, absolutely, it's chalk and cheese, mate, compared to Sporting. Isn't it?
Yeah, Sporting.
But they do need to. I mean, like they said, there was only 4 players that any pundit could have would say needs to be kept. Now they've spent some money on these very average players, and that's what I said. You can have a squad as big as you like. If you don't get the right players in, it's just a waste of money. So we need to be really, really good at what we do in January if we do something.
And just to finish up on Trippier, I do think that he has value to add to the team. I don't think he's an old guy that's done. I'd rather have a Trippier, and I know it keep being the dead horse. The horse is dead already, but people want to keep trying to revive him. But the Longstaff, I'd rather have Trippier over Longstaff. I'd rather have Trippier over Murphy. I'd rather have Trippier over, and as much as Livramento, he's probably ahead of the curve right now, or getting the lead on Trippier. I feel like Trippier can add a lot to the team.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys feel.
Trips over Longstaff, 100%.
What you don't want to do those turn trips into a Richie or a
exactly.
Exactly. You're right.
You've just took the words out of my mouth, Boki, because I think this is what we were saying before, isn't it? We've got to stop being a team that just hang on to players.
Yeah.
There's going to be a time and the right time to move them on, because without moving them on, we don't bring anybody in.
Yep.
Yeah. You got a point there. I mean, I think though that Trippier can add onto the football pitch, which is what I'm talking about. But we shall see. It's up to him as well. He obviously it seems like he wants to go. I don't know.
Well, he wants to play. He wants to play football. He knows he hasn't got long left, and he wants to spend his last season or 2 playing football.
But it's a gamble, because he can either say, I want to be part of something special. And I think that Newcastle is probably the only hope he has to actually win something. Or do I just literally want to just play? And he'll go to Bromley and play. He'll go to, probably a team with, like any championship team he'll play for, an Ipswich team or a Leicester team. Who else will he play? He's not going to play, really. He could play at Everton maybe, but that's when Sean Dyche still at Everton.
Yeah.
So that could be something there, but he's not going to go to – he really would have liked to go into Man United because that's his team. But you can tell his professionalism is never doubted, because today he played his bollocks off. That's his team. So I'm sure he would like to go there. But, man, if I'm looking at that hell right now, I don't care if I was born in Manchester, I wouldn't better be in that team. That's how bad they're playing.
Both Manchester's teams right now.
Yeah, both Manchester teams, exactly. It's blue hell and red hell, man.
And the thing with City is, all these.
Yeah, but they have a quick fix. They have a fix though. I mean, you have hope that they can still turn it around.
Yeah, but they could be League 2 next year with whatever's going to happen with these trophies.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either, but
yeah,
there's a chance.
Hey, I do agree, Stephen Harker, though. Has anyone seen Tiger Studios?
Yeah.
No, anybody's in Tiger Studios. Where's he at? I'm going to tell him, man. But you cannot hide when the team wins. That's why I'm here all the time. Because I give my criticism, and then if I'm wrong, I'll be here. So Tiger.
I just sit back and get proven right all the time.
No, that ain't happened. That hasn't happened since you joined the channel. So,
Hey, like I said a couple weeks ago, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah, well, we've just found 5 nuts on the trot.
No, that ain't got.
We'll
You
take
didn't.
those 5 nuts.
Yeah, yeah. We had a question for somebody that was interested. Let me see. Lee McFarland. So, after what we are seeing in recent form and results, should we keep everyone and buy no one again? So, and that's what my phrase, a new one for the mighty win. Don't let the tree cover the forest, baby. Yeah. Don't let the tree cover the forest, because it's still got a few things to tighten up. That right side's still vacant. Today, I mean, as much as Murphy was getting the statue build up, I don't. Not today. He didn't show up. So today the statue gets paused, and then he has another game like that. Mighty Win will start collecting nickels again, but it's just not there. But what other positions?
Man United at Old Trafford is another level than what we played the previous 3 games, and it maybe kind of exposed Murphy a little bit.
Yeah, but it just shows you how we controlled the game when you look at the XG, Grant. The XG for us 1.92 and for Man United 0.32. When you're not allowing a team to control, and again, Old Trafford has been a daunting place for us to go to, and I think that's the difference for me is the fact that we've seen a change in the mentality. We've not this pressing team anymore. The identity has changed somewhat. We press in a shape that's different to what I've seen before. So it's in groups of 3 and 4 the press now, rather than all of the team press. And what I've seen with that is any out ball is now being picked up again by a black and white shirt. So for me, whatever Eddie's done, he's done bloody well, because all of the players are on the same card. And I was saying to him, every time Tonali went forward, even though he was over 6, you've got J7 and Bruno will drop in.
Oh, Tiger, man. There we go. Has anyone seen Tiger Studios? And he shows up. There we go. Where were you, man? Were you caged in the London Zoo? What happened? Tiger.
Uh-oh. Are you muted, Tiger?
Oh, he's going to say he can't hear us now. He's going to say the same excuse as everybody else, just so he doesn't face the heat. Tiger Studios, man. You're in, by the way. You're saying 5 minutes. You're in. Well, you're probably in the toilet, man.
He's just cracking a can open there, I think.
Yeah. Well, unmute yourself when you want to talk, Tiger, because you got to answer. Shout out to Gray as well in the chat. First time seeing. And they just posted an egg? Oh, okay. There you go. Well, there you go.
That's a cracker.
Just while we're waiting for Tiger, do you think with Murphy, at least Eddie's picking the players for positions?
Yeah.
So the right side is picking the best player for that position that he's got, rather than what he was doing in the past, where he was sort of putting players into positions where they didn't feel comfortable. So you had Barnes playing, you had Bruno and Tonali the wrong way around, you had sort of the wrong players in the wrong positions, whereas now he's picking the best players for the position rather than picking the players that he thinks are the best.
Well, did you not think that was funny today, though, Boki? Because like you had Gordon coming off the park, and you'd think it would be like for Barnes to go out onto the left-hand side. But bringing Willock on, he's also naturally okay on the left-hand side. Hence, then now as you've just said, he's going player for player rather than moving 2 or 3 players around to try and get a balanced side. And we've seen in the past, haven't we, where he's done that and it's taken the team apart, if you like. We've gone negative rather than positive with the substitution. So for me, you're absolutely bang on. It's a case of Eddie's realised he cannot shuffle the pack to try and get a best position or to try and create a player to play in a position. So he's gone for what he's got going forward, like for like players on the substitution, and the balance never changes. Even with our substitutions, and you can say they're lesser players, if you like, but we still never really looked in trouble post that.
All right. Tiger, do you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you, man. You got to answer for your sins, man. Another one.
What do you mean?
Another one. So, you know, just put it on your list, man. Another great result. Are you still in the fence? Because we agree that you're not going to be Eddie out anymore. You're going to be on the fence. So you're still on the fence?
Well, no, listen, like I said, I'm not going to say Eddie out until end of the season, but right now he's doing the job which I want him to do, which is, competing for Europe. Like
Right.
today, like apart from the last 10 minutes of the first half, we absolutely battered them. And then they bring on Mainu, and then he completely changed the game. And then the second half was, you can say, was a bit from our side was poor, but we were just playing defensive. They had chances to beat us tonight. They just couldn't finish. So we were lucky, and them
we
missing.
were lucky now. They had no chances,
No. But they. Oh no! Hold on. Like they had like 3-4 chances that they could have put away. They were shit at finishing.
What?
No,
3-4
but apart
chances.
from that, they did. The Casemiro one that went wide.
What game were you watching, man? Stop playing. Were you watching? Hold on. I'm not gonna let.
Hold on. Go on.
Hey, look, little Shah Rukh Khan. I'm not gonna let you lie on Newcastle. Were you watching proper Newcastle, or were you watching your little London Newcastle?
Listen, yeah.
Newcastle.
Listen, you have to say they did have chances. Like Casemiro, just like he should be putting that away. Hoyland had that chance. Maguire hit the post. So they did have. And then Lenny Euro's header that just went wide. So they did have chances. But look, we played great today. Like the first 35, 40 minutes, we absolutely battered them.
Yeah, but we had, if they had 4 chances, we had 10.
I know, but we had but in the second half, we didn't really test them.
Yeah, but they had like 10 minutes to do whatever they could do. After that, man,
I don't want to be negative because we've gone down there and beat them. Last time we beat them.
I hate to see you when you're positive.
Last time we beat them was like 2013. So it's a great result, and Isak, Tonali, everyone was great today. I think Shaw was a bit sloppy at times, I have to say. But him missing the next match it might cost us, it might not. I think Lloyd Kelly can come and do a job, or if Botman's back, I don't know if we're gonna rush him, but I don't know, everyone did well. I think Murphy. I think today I think today really showed we need to get the right winger in January.
Sorry, not Boki. Yeah, Tiger, you're struggling, man. You're struggling. Just give up, bro.
What you want
to talk? You want to talk about some curry, man? We can talk about some curry because when I go there, I want to eat some curry.
What are you on about, mate? Curry and that?
Because I just, man, you're waffling around, man. Instead of saying Eddie Howe is doing a proper job.
No, I said he's doing the job that I want him to do. He's doing great. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. I'm not going to say Eddie in yet because I said I've got expectations of the season.
Okay.
Once we get Europe then I'll be like, okay, I'm Eddie.
So basically, what you're always going to comment on is what has happened, not what the potential is and where we're going and where you think we're going to.
Yeah, like I'm going.
That's fair enough, to be honest.
I'm going game by game win. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
like.
You
can't run a football club like that. You can't just say to sack a manager because you get beaten one game.
But
instead of looking forward and thinking, there's a possibility we could win 5 on the trot like we have done.
No.
Yeah, but before this run,
Win is wrong.
Before this run of form that we've had, you can't sit there and say like Eddie like was doing great because he was like from the form from last season to the start of season, we were playing poor.
We're out of position.
So that's why I was on Eddie out because his in-game management was poor. His team selection was poor. Picking his favourites was pissing everyone off. But now he seemed like, you know what, Tonali saved his fucking job. I have to say that because he's playing amazing.
Hey,
You know what I
there we
mean?
go. Yeah.
Tonali is saving his job. Like, I don't know why it took him so long to think, oh, do you know what? If I put Tonali now as a 6, well, maybe let's see what happens. Like, come
No.
on, man.
How's about just that he might know a little bit more than you know? And
No.
he could see
Oh, come
early
on,
doors.
man. Okay,
Nonsense.
Early doors. So
Nonsense.
as with Lewis Hall,
You cannot compare
he
Tonali with.
he
Stop
waited
it.
until they were ready, and then
Stop
said,
it.
right,
Stop it.
go do it.
You
And
cannot
he
compare
said, go
Lewis
do it,
Hall.
and the kid went and did it.
No, you cannot. You know why he put him on and go and did it? Because Tonali was going to leave, man. If he wasn't
the
played.
question though for Win on that. You talk about Lewis Hall. It wasn't just about playing time, but it was about the position he was playing him in. Eddie Howe didn't bring Lewis Hall as a goalkeeper every once in a while, and then brought him onto the left. Tonali was on the right, and he was. So, that's completely different than what he did with
It's
Tonali.
him marshalling his troops
No.
and getting them in the
Tonali,
best formation.
We keep going. Tonali is
and doing
let me
what
tell
a
you something.
good manager does.
You know what Tonali is? I just do it, man. I just put myself right every time. But last season, I said, when Tonali signed for us, I said, Tonali's going to be better than Declan Rice and better than Caicedo. I'm proven right once again because he's better than those twats. He is. Right now, Tonali is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Yes or no? And that cannot be, when you are one of the best midfielders in the Premier League and the best midfielder in Italy, a big, huge, I don't know, you might win if you know this, but Italy, four-time World Cup winners, they're a huge international football entity, not football club, but football entity.
Chris, is it not a bit of a worry how long it took Eddie to
but that's what we're getting. That's the point. That is the
That's
point
what
right
I'm
there.
saying.
It took him a long time to even. It should never be questioned. Now, if you tell me you got two Tonalis on the bench, then okay. Well, then you put one on. You don't know, right? You got two quality players, but you got Tonali, and his competition is Boki. Come on, man. Who's his competition? Who was he fighting for the spot?
Stuff, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, come on, man. And you were a pro majority. You were saying it because if I say it, I got to stick to baseball. Come on, man. It's simple. It's not about the manager and he knows best and he knows this. Some things are as clear as day, man. We're not trying to figure out how to live in Mars. It's just football, man.
You've got an Italian international against Longstaff, and Eddie's picking Longstaff. At some point in your mind, do you not think there's something going seriously wrong here?
I'm just trying to find it, but I haven't got it. So what a shame.
You know what? I tell you, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
I haven't got the stats handy to put.
So,
where was
by the way,
Longstaff on these 5 on the trot you keep talking about?
Tiger in jail.
Why am I in jail?
Because, man, you've been waffling about. You're not really answering, man. And people in the chat know that you're not really. You're going around the bush, man. And right now you're sitting in a London cell.
But the thing is, like, we've done I'm happy. We've done really well in the last 5 games. Yes, we've done amazing. But like, in the past, what I've seen is like, we get our hopes high and then it just comes crashing down like at the last minute. So like, look, I'm enjoying the ride as it is. Like, I don't want to be one of these fans that just
enjoy the ride for God's sake, man.
But hold on. I don't want to be one of these fans that like, oh yeah, like, if it comes to the end of the season and we finished 6th, but we've had a good season. Like, no, man. Like, I'm one of these fans that like, even if we finish 6th or 7th, that's not a good enough season. Still,
well, it isn't.
Okay,
I agree with you.
I mean, we might get Europe, but like, if we're maintaining 5th, challenging for top 4, and then at the last minute we drop down to 6th, 7th, I'll be pissed off. But some of these fans would be like, "Oh yeah, we've done well." This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm enjoying. Like,
I agree with
this
you.
This is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not like bending the bush or beating the bush, whatever you want to call it.
Beating around the bush.
Beating around the bush, man.
You're an over-entitled, spoiled child.
No. That's not true either. That's not true.
Win. I've seen Newcastle at the shittest, and I've seen some of the best as well. So I'm not entitled.
Well, look, I'm
You've-
30. I have
honestly,
not
you've-
seen any of the
you've-
best.
You've never seen it better than it is now. I'm telling you that.
Mate,
for now.
Well,
mate, the best I've seen
that's an
in
insult
my
to the old
lifetime.
heads, man.
Yeah,
The best
and
I've seen in my lifetime, and there's only been 2 seasons I've seen Newcastle have a great season.
I agree.
It's the time we finished 5th and the Champions League. That's it. So I'm not
I
fucking
agree.
entitled, am I? Sorry about my language.
No, you good. I mean, look, I agree with you. Actually, I agree with you, man. Because
I'm
we were the
with-
same.
I'm
We
with-
yeah, we got ambition. Us young fans, we got ambition. The old twats, we got
They're
one
just
in the
happy
building.
with this.
They're just happy because this is the best they've ever seen. So which is an insult to the real proper
when we
veterans.
get our
The
income-
real old heads are actually go against Mighty Win because they say, what are you talking about the best ever, man? Joe Harvey used to win FA Cups just for fun. You know what I mean? So what are you talking about the best you ever seen? Then
Well, I didn't see them.
we dropped off. But you're old as hell, man. You saw
But Chris,
Kieran
can I
Gallagher.
just back up on this point? Yeah. So do you know, like last season in the Champions League, like we beat PSG 4-1, right?
Right.
Even though we finished last year, everyone did not care because we beat the mighty PSG like 4-1. This is the mentality of the fans. Like,
no, I understand that,
last
but
season the mentality of the fans was accepting reality that we had the worst injury list in the history of the club.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
And we were playing 10 games in 30 days with
But
basically bruised players.
I'm not talking about the injuries. I'm talking about we as a fan base, when we're beating someone like PSG 4-1, and then if we just finish bottom, people don't care about that we finished bottom. Yeah, but we don't care. The fan base don't care that we finished bottom. They just care about, we beaten PSG 4-1. Who else can do that? It's the same as everyone goes back in the past. We beat the mighty Barcelona 3-2. Like, they just care about the result. They don't care about the end goal.
To a certain
extent,
listen, to a certain extent, I do agree with you.
But if there's any fan on this channel who only cares about the result, it's Tiger Studios.
No, that's the Mighty Win.
No,
it's the Mighty Win.
You don't like
it's the Mighty Win. No, it's the Mighty Win. It's the Mighty Win. No, I agree with you, Tiger.
This guy, man. Hey,
no matter how,
send him to Alcaraz, send him to space.
You can drop a bomb in the stadium, blow everybody up. As long as we score a goal, he's happy with that. However, it doesn't. You don't have to play good. You don't have to do nothing. You just score. How we don't know yet, but we just score.
Well, how you sack how every time he gets beat?
No. We've been look, man.
When have I said sack how every time he's beat though?
Hold on, let me get Boki in.
Oh, hey, I mean, how
hold
many
on,
times?
twat.
We've had a poor run of form up
Mighty
to
Win,
now.
calm down. Hello, you guys be quiet. Boki, come in, man.
If you keep going back to the season where we had the injuries that you are arguing about, that's why we're now controlling games. So you don't have players running too much to get injured and to put too much in. That's why Howe's evolutionized the team, if you like. And
Correct.
I don't like saying it because I didn't want him to stay, but I think he's done a great job in that now that we're not putting those amount of runs in, we're now controlling games.
But is that Howe or Bunce?
Well, I don't know if it's Howe or Bunce. I think we've got better
players.
It's
the management. We have to say it's the management. We can't just say it's Howe or Bunce. It's the management that's done it, right?
Here's the thing.
It's one.
Here's the thing, though. I can never understand this point of view. Ronald here. Tiger and Chris are like Man U and Man City fans. I can never understand that point of view.
This is
are you saying? Hold on, let me cook it myself, man. I can cook this one more.
Yeah, go on.
Are you serious? This is the love, the love of mediocrity that the Mighty Win has planted in this channel, and now we have to deal with right now. The level of mediocrity where fans are happy. You know what they say? If you want trophies, go be a Man U fan. Go be an Arsenal fan. Are you mad? So what the hell are we supposed to be ambitious about? Are we supposed to celebrate 10th, 7th? And that's supposed to be our trophy. That's what people like Mighty Win and Ronald Turnbull want to celebrate. And it's rubbish. That is rubbish in itself.
Until we have the resources that Man City, Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal,
what are you talking about?
We should have no entitlement at all to be up there with them. We are exceeding expectations.
You're talking about entitlement. You're talking about entitlement as if we are expecting to win the league every year. That's not the point. We're expecting to compete. That's what when I said last week we are back, that meant we are back in the fight, and that's all I can ask for my team in the fight to compete and to be up there with the best teams. 5th, I'm asking about. 6th, whatever
Glory
Europe it
hunters.
is. No, it isn't glory. What glory are you hunting, man? Are you mad? We haven't had glory ever. Me as a fan, my biggest glory is finishing Champions League this 2020 season, 2022. So what are you talking about? You know, empty phrases, glory hunting, go follow Man U, empty phrases that you cannot back up with a simple argument.
What I'm saying is that your expectations are too much.
What is my expectation? Finishing Europe. That's too much.
Yeah, that's our expectation win. It's not. We haven't said we want to win the cups or Champions League, whatever. We said we want to get to Europe.
It's not 10 minutes, Tiger, since you said finishing 6th and 7th is not enough. That's Europe, but it's not enough for you.
Hold on. Oh yeah, but I said if we're competing for the Champions League and then the last minute we have a bad run of form and we drop to 6th, 7th, I'll be pissed off as a fan because we bottled it, the Champions League. Do you understand what I'm saying?
On that note, I disagree with Tiger.
You're saying if we finish 6th, 7th, it's not good enough.
But if it
doesn't matter when you drop the points. It doesn't matter where in the season you drop the points. You finish where you finish.
I'm saying right now, we're in the Champions League race, yeah? I'm saying it right now, we're in the Champions League race. So correct. I'm expecting now we should get Champions League where we're playing. Because I can see we can beat anyone now.
Why are you expecting it when we've got other teams who are fighting for that same place, who've got way more resources than what we've got, or what we are allowed to spend.
What are you talking about,
You're
man?
saying that, but you said at the start of the season we should get top 2 without.
There we go. There you go, Tiger. There you go, man.
Whoa, hang on.
You said we should finish 2nd and Arsenal's going to finish 8th. You said that.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Forget Arsenal, but you said top 2 without.
We can't finish 2nd. So where have I been wrong?
Then why are you going to go at me?
What is
saying that challenging me, saying that my expectation is Champions League now?
Exactly. Why is your expectation too high? If you say we're supposed to finish 2nd, why do you expect that of the team?
Because my expectations are too high as well.
This guy.
No.
Hey, grab the keys and throw them in the trash, man.
I have got that much faith in Eddie Howe that I believe he is capable of taking the only squad that we can afford to higher places than any other manager could possibly take them. And I'm being, and this is what the argument is. This is what the argument is.
Win, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. So, compare our squad to Nottingham Forest, yeah? Who's got the better squad?
Well, let's see where Nottingham Forest finish at the end of the season.
No. Right now, who's got the better squad?
Well, they've got the more expensive squad, if that's what you mean.
Oh,
who? Forest?
Bush now.
Forest
has the whole thing.
What? Forest, the more expensive squad. What are you talking about?
Well, let's have a look. Squad.
Forest just had to do a deal with Newcastle for PSR. Forest were they lost points. What are you talking about, man? Come on, man.
Guys, I think to agree with Win a little bit, if you look 4 years back, we wanted a team that would compete.
Yeah.
We didn't want a team that would necessarily win, but we wanted a team that would be able to compete with teams.
Yeah.
I will now pushing it.
I get, do you know that?
Well, look,
I get that, but we need to be a team that needs to win now. It's been too long.
Yeah, well, win something. You know, that's what we're not. I'm not saying that we need to win or sack the manager, but we need to, look. And we got the finals, semifinals of the cup, etc. So we're getting there. But we've got to maintain that level of consistency where people say Newcastle are going to fight for Europe every season. We can't say that right now, unfortunately, unless we prove it. So that's what I'm going to say. But look, man, we got to go. We got to go finish up though.
At least we're competing for it, Chris.
Exactly.
Are we though? Are we competing for to be a Champions League team? Did you?
Yeah, we are. Right now we are.
Well, we're fifth.
Well, right now we are. But I'm saying,
yeah,
in the beginning of the season we weren't. The last 5 games prove that we can, and that's why I said we're back in it. But before that, you couldn't say that.
Yeah, I think that sums it up. We are playing now like pretty much everybody in this chat thought that we should have been playing all year. And I think that's kind of the summation of what's happening right now. So we
Exactly.
all have expectations, and I think our expectations are all pretty well aligned. It's
Well,
just a matter of
the only
you know,
difference
how.
is the
That's the only
difference is, and
difference.
I've said it a million times.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sick of saying it. We're finishing
go.
what dinner now when we
There
weren't
we go.
finishing what dinner previously.
But Win,
Okay.
I
That's
just hope we
We
definitely
gotta
don't
go
think
though.
I'm
We
being
gotta
heavy.
go. We gotta go, folks. We gotta go. We gotta go. But on this one, this back and forth, unfortunately, Win stayed in jail because nobody else wanted to bail him out. It was Tiger in the moment. They were going back and forth, but we gotta throw the. After he says, "Well, my expectations are too high," we gotta throw the keys, man. We gotta throw the keys. Come on, Mighty Win. Yeah,
But I just,
but
well, Chris, can I just say one final thing here?
all right, go.
Like, I'm not being negative. I'm happy. Let me just say, I'm happy. I might not sound it, but I'm happy, man. Like, come on, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought we were going to be challenging like mid-table, bottom half. Yeah, like Eddie Howe. I'm going to say Eddie Howe's doing a great job. Yes, and this is what I want my manager to
There we
do.
go,
This is
Tiger.
what I want my manager to do. Do
Make common
greatness.
sense. Common sense. That's what I'm saying. The manager needs to make common sense moves, and he's doing
Well,
it. So.
Now go.
I don't change my mind based on a couple of results,
Well, yeah,
good
you do
or
actually.
bad.
Okay, it wasn't
Yeah,
just a
you
couple
do.
of
Yeah, you
results,
do.
bro. It was. But
Yeah, he
go
does.
get me a right winger. Go tie down
All
Isak
right.
to a new contract, and then we can go win the Premier League next season.
There we go. We definitely do that. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for being on the show. Appreciate you. Coming up immediately is going to be the Joe Linton, comments match reaction, Eddie Howe's match reaction, and at midnight today, midnight, the American Mags extra time with Josh and Ben, to discuss as well. They're the happy clapping side of the NUFC Talk TV. So, they're going to be, right now, they're going to be throwing confetti. So, they're going to be celebrating champagne flying. So, join them. And they should be having a good time. Good show. So, good stuff from Josh. And so, tomorrow we should have something. We should have something, so stay tuned. But anyways, thank you so much for your support. Subscribe,
Thanks, guys.
hit the like button. Thank you, Boki. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you, Brand. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Mighty Win.
How are the lads? Eddie Howe's Black and White Army.
There we go. We'll see you.